Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Motherfucking Empowerment. Here, I talk about consciousness, spirituality, spiritual laws, and how to reach your fucking dreams. Today, we're talking about the game of life and how to play it. Chapter 9, Perfect Self-Expression or the Divine Design. And this book is by Florence Scovel Shin, who was way at advance of her time, still at advance to now, okay, because of the things that she says. In this chapter, she talks about um, not primarily, because primarily it's about the divine design, your perfect self, because in the divine mind, you're perfect, you have everything, you're the highest version of yourself. There's no limits in divine mind. But she talks about a little bit about reincarnation and a little bit about kids before they're physically born. They're there, but um, she calls it a prenatal treatment. We'll get into that, okay? But before we get started, one, ask yourself, are you ready to learn? And two, are you ready to be the highest version of yourself? The fucking topic of this chapter today, bruh. I'm telling you, man. I'm aligned, and I'm grateful that I can share this information with y'all. Okay, a little bit about. Oh wait, before we get talking, if you said yes, you're ready to learn and apply. Keep watching. If not, get the fuck out. Number two, if you're ready to be the highest version of yourself, your perfect self-expression, the divine design, keep watching. If not, get out. Go do something that makes you smile, makes you happy. That's what's important. Okay, now when you have that positive mindset, maybe you worked out, go take a run, come back and learn this. Because with the limiting and, hateful mindset, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get anything out of this. God does not like ugly. God does not like hate or, destruction. And God does not like laziness. Okay, laziness, disorganization. Okay. Because God is life, love, and beauty. What's the opposite of life? What's the opposite of life? Those of you who are here, you guys are learning this stuff now. The other guys, they're gone. The opposite of life is death. Okay? Life is energy. It is that we called it the law of growth. It has a will. It has a will for growth, and there's an energy. There's an energy force. So that's life and the energy force. And has a will to grow and expand. So it's not lazy, it's not lethargic. Love. Okay, what's the opposite of love? It's hate. When you're loving, it expressed through kindness, through the smile of a man or woman's face, of nice gestures, of respect. Okay? John Wooden says, John Wooden is one of the greatest coaches of all time, says you have to love your players. You don't have to like them. He says, I have kids, you don't like what your kids do. You don't like them all the time, but you love them. Okay? That's unconditional. That's selfless. Okay? True love is selfless because you love yourself and you love others. You're not expecting them to love you back. But they will because it is what you're giving out. But you have to get to that point. And then beauty. What's the opposite of beauty? Again, disharmony, ugliness, destruction. We understand this stuff with our wisdom. Okay, so let's talk about some of the quotes that she shares here that are going to help us. Okay, this is a lot about quotes that I felt that were very important to us because a lot of it's repetition of the things that we've been learning in these chapters. So here's the quote. It's going to begin to change you. So let's say it 3 times, and it'll begin that process. Write it down as well. Pause it if you want to write it down. Here it is. Quote, Infinite Spirit, open the way for the divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius within me now be released. Let me see clearly the perfect plan. Okay, now rewind this and say it again. Say it 3 times. All right, now that you did it 3 times, Let's continue, but you will begin to see the images come into your mind of your highest version of yourself. You can also affirm in the mirror. I do this all the time. I affirm in the mirror, I am the highest version of myself. I am the fearless version of myself. I am the richest version of myself. I'm the healthiest version of myself. I'm the happiest. I'm the most loving. I'm the most kind version of myself. See, all these things start just kind of like snowballing. Okay, they start snowballing. You start getting those positive ideas, and you get that positive rhythm, that positive flow. Okay, the perfect quote, the perfect plan includes health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. This is the square of life, which brings perfect happiness. When one has made the demand, he may find great changes take place in his life, for nearly every man has wandered far from the divine design. Okay, and poise is coming into my mind. Poise. Okay, as things start to change, they might not be changing the way you want it to be at that point, but that's just the bridge. That's just the bridge. So stay poised. Okay, this is wisdom and understanding. When you stay poised, stay calm. Like the quote we shared, these things do not move me. Okay, like the manifestation of the woman I shared a story of who lost $2,000 because she lent it out to a relative, and the relative passed away, and so she's made a statement of like she cannot lose the 2,000. She said, "There is no separation in divine mind. Therefore, I cannot be separated by the $2,000 that belong to me by divine right." So, what happened was she got a lease. She got a notification from her apartment complex saying, "You have an increase in rent, and we want you to move out in 90 days." Okay, so she said, "All right, I guess," but she stayed poised. And she signed the lease and said, "Okay, I'll leave in 90 days and the rent is higher." And then they forgot to put the clause that she has to leave in 90 days. It was for a year, so everybody at the apartment complex could leave within a year. So they were offering everybody $1,500. She got the hunch to talk to her friends. Her friends told her, didn't you lose 2,000? Ask them for 2,000, see if you can get 2,000 to leave, and then you leave. So she got the 2,000. That's being poised. That's having understanding. You made the affirmation, just like right now, you made the affirmation. Infinite Spirit, open the way for the divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius within me now be released. Let me see clearly the perfect plan. Under grace and perfect ways. So I added the under grace and perfect ways. And you'll start seeing good images. And things will start changing. But your wisdom and understanding, with your wisdom and understanding, you will stay poised, okay? You will stay poised, okay? Because you have the wisdom and the understanding. And I am so grateful if you have that now. If you have that now by watching me and watching these videos, because it's taken me like 5 years, 2019 till now, I'm really getting the understanding, okay? The understanding and living every moment of my life with presence and with joy and bliss. Of course, I still feel fear. I still get those moments where I get like those doubts, but I understand. And I smile at the fears and the doubts. I smile at them. Because I know whatever I think will manifest. So, okay, I got to change this thought and feeling, and revert it to another one, okay? Or, I don't know if that's the right word, but I change the thought. Okay, I acknowledge the thought and feeling, and then I change it and go in a different route. So that's the poise, and she's also telling us to always acknowledge God. Always acknowledge God in all of our affairs, smallest to greatest. She shares a story of a woman who went to a different country, and she was nervous and worried because she didn't have the language. She went to multiple countries, so the whole time everything went perfectly. Okay, perfectly. And when she got back to the United States, things didn't go well. She lost luggage, accommodations weren't ready, because she wasn't asking God for guidance and protection in her affairs. So in all things, make sure to acknowledge the divine, God, Allah, universal intelligence, the creator, whatever you want to call it, okay? And fear, stepping into the fear if something comes up where you have to do that's fearful. A lot of times when you want to do something kind of like this, I wanted to do it. I saw it in my mind, and I saw the neck tattoos, and I'm like, why am I fearful? I want it. And I asked myself, what do I need to believe in order to experience this, to have this experience? I got that from my coach, Aries, the dating coach. And then it said, I told myself I wouldn't be loved. I'm like, by my parents. I'm like, wait, my parents love me. They've proved that unconditionally. And like, even if they didn't love me, I would love myself. Because the love and the poise that I give myself, that peace, nobody can take from me. Nobody. When you've done meditation so much, you just feel at peace. Nothing moves you. Like the quote Florence shared, none of these things move me. Okay, now I'm going to share a quote about a prenatal treatment of our early childhood, or prenatally. She's prenatal. That means like before, like the woman has given birth, so the baby's inside the stomach. I'm presuming that's what prenatal means. If you know what prenatal means, comment below. So I'm pretty sure that's what that means. She says you can share this quote: for the divine design, or the perfect self-expression, or how I like to say it, the highest fucking version of yourself. Okay, the highest version of yourself. Quote: let the God in this child have perfect expression. Let the divine design of his mind, let the divine design of his mind, body, and affairs be made manifest throughout his life, throughout eternity. I'm going to say that again. Quote: let the God in this child have perfect expression. Let the divine design of his mind, body, and affairs be made manifest throughout his life, throughout eternity. Okay. So that one's for the child. And a little bit about being a God. You are a God alive. Okay. You are an awakened God. Now that you understand this information, you are an awakened God. So she shares a quote. She says this quote: when man is fearless, he is finished. You're no longer a man. Okay. Because man is God afraid. Man is God afraid. Okay. Because when you are poised and you have faith in your manifestation and in the divine design, because you are living in the divine, the divine must manifest. Those images of perfect self-expression must manifest. You are a God, okay? You are co-creating with God. You call yourself a demigod. I don't know why people call it demigod, but you are the son of God, daughter of God, okay? That's what Jesus said, God and I are one. I wrote here, quote: when man is no longer afraid, he is one with God. He is a God alive or awakened. Okay, you're an awakened God. But make sure we have this understanding that you are not like, I'm God. No, God is the subconscious universal mind. Okay, it's there. It's there. And you can use it for the expression of your perfect self, the divine plan that God has for you, the divine image. Okay? And if you watch my series on Thomas Troward, we explain why everything is immortal or not physical or perpetual. We spoke about that in his book. So she doesn't share that much of that information here, but she kind of gives it to you as a given. I'm sure she had like classes where she taught this stuff. It's an amazing chapter. She also talks about reincarnation and why certain people come in like not healthy and some people come out not rich, and so she says that maybe in the past lives they had those thoughts, so that's why they came in here, or they come to fulfill his destiny, which is to manifest it. She started this chapter with this quote: no wind can drive my bark astray, nor change the tide of destiny. Okay, nothing physical, because wind is physical, can move me, my bark, nor change the divine plan. Destiny is like the divine. because it's your desire. Desire is something that everybody has a little bit different. Everybody has a different destiny, a different desire. In the Kabbalah, which I read in the Kabbalah, is that desire is you and God talking. God gives you that desire, right? Everybody has different desires. We like different types of people: blonde hair, black hair, red hair, brunettes, curly, straight, bald. I'm bald because my hairline's been receding since I was 27. I'm 33 now, but I feel young and immortal. See how I'm manifesting? I love you guys. I hope this is really helping you. This chapter has a lot of stories. A lot of them are like recycled stories, and because everyone is experiencing the same stuff. You know, we want more riches, we want success, you know, and when we align ourselves with God and let God take care of it, we have poise and we have faith, and it manifests. But if we don't have poise, then we're fearful, we're worried. And that's our job, is to get those negative thoughts out of us. And over time, they come out, they're rooted up and disintegrated. That's why I like this quote that I say all the time. All plants that my Father has not planted in heaven are rooted up and incinerated now. See, I had it incinerated now because I could see the plant get rooted up and then burned up now. Because I know I used to be a gardener when I was younger with my uncle, and the weeds, if you don't throw them in the trash, you just lay them on the floor, they'll grow back. Their roots, you can't just leave them there. You have to pick them out of the dirt, because then their roots go back. So that's why I like saying incinerated. But you can always change these. You can create your own affirmations, ones that resonate, because they'll give you relief at the end. Okay, so poise, stepping into fear, face the fears that you have, and they'll go away. Like my tat, I face the fear. You're watching this, so you're gonna resonate with being fearless and reaching the highest version of yourself. That's why I say before the beginning, before we start the entire video, I say, are you ready to be the highest version of yourself? Okay. Because you have to release those fears, those bullshit ass fears. Because if you go into the silence and you meditate, you get this peace, this happiness, this joy. It's just like ecstasy. It's like super ecstasy. It's like, nobody could take that from you. Nobody, because it's in your mind. Just close your eyes and you got it. But of course, it takes time to get there. And you're at peace. And now you manifest the things you want, and you can affirm the things that you want, and you'll get them. Especially if they're the divine design. Say the affirmation that we shared, that we talked about, and you'll start getting the images. Okay. I want to share this last quote because honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I recorded it earlier and it was 30 minutes, over 30 minutes, and I had recorded the wrong type of video. It was a slow motion video, so I had to redo it. But everything's happening for me. This is the best case scenario here. This is probably the best way to teach you. Okay. And here's the quote I want to end this, and we'll do a little bit of visualizing right now. Quote, nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too good to last. Okay, that means too good to be true can happen. Okay, it's normal. Nothing too wonderful. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too wonderful. More wonderful things can come. And nothing is too good to last, meaning goodness can last. It can fucking last. Okay, I hope you like that one. That one's a really good one. Let me see if you can see it right here. Maybe you can screenshot it. If it comes out normal, if it comes out like correct, I don't know if it's gonna come out like mirrored. But yeah, that's an amazing quote. Another one is, when life is going well, more good things are coming. When life is going great, more good things are coming. When things look like they're not going my way, that means more good things are coming. So essentially, only good is coming. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Did you see any new images after we said that quote? I'll say it again. Did you see any new images in your mind? Quote, Infinite Spirit, open the way for the divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius within me now be released. Let me see clearly the perfect plan. Let me see clearly the perfect plan. We're talking about the highest version of yourself, the perfect self-expression. When Florence says the perfect self-expression, she's talking about the divine plan or the highest vision of yourself. These are synonymous words. Divine realm, okay, divine design, okay, the non-physical, the spiritual realm, or first cause, as Thomas Shores likes to say, or wait, your imagination, what you see in your imagination. Take a deep breath. Think of the thing that you're desiring, the thing that's coming to your mind now. It is done. How do you feel now that you have it? See the next thing that you want. How do you feel now that you have it? See one more thing. Let's do three. Three things is good. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Push your stomach out. And be poised. And be grateful. Ask yourself, how do I feel now that I have X, Y, Z? And whatever that feeling is, just hold on to it. The divine design. Life gets better and better and better. Okay? Life gets better and better and better and better. Always. And through your wisdom, you understand that when things look like they're not going your way, they are going your way. And that means more good things are coming. I see you as the highest version of yourself. The divine design, as Florence would say. I hope you like this one. Make sure to like if you feel like liking. Make sure to comment if you feel like commenting. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications if you feel like subscribing and getting notified on the next videos. Okay, the next chapter is going to be denials and affirmations. Okay. If anybody came to mind, make sure to share it with them. Make sure to share it with them. And until next time, I love you. Peace.